I watched Perfect Blue recently.
Oh! You broke your Satoshi Kon virginity.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
Unlike Gone, right, where if we bring up a show that you're like, yeah, you should watch it, Gone's gonna be like, woof. You know what I mean? Like,
I actually started watching Dodo Head Dodo.
do you actually?
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
yeah.
shit.
So
Everyone's breaking the cherry.
I just thought because of the Full Metal Alchemist curse.
They're not going to know that because that was on the episode where we recorded an episode and then the audio just wasn't recording,
Yeah,
apparently.
it's the lost episode you'll never get to see.
Did like a 10-minute speech on why Dorohedoro is good and you should watch it.
Yeah.
But
no, yeah. Perfect Blue, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
How did you find it?
It was amazing.
Yeah,
like
right?
I knew it was going to be good, right? Like everything I've seen of it and the amount of works that it's inspired, obviously it was going to be good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was kind of not ready for what I was going to watch.
No one knew
it was a
when they
lot.
watch it.
Like it was a lot.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Some of the scenes were pretty oof.
Like how do you feel watching it today? Like, because this came out in, I think, 1995? Something like that.
It's-
Which, 1995, 1997. It came out in the 90s.
It's at least 20 years old.
Yeah. How do you feel it is now watching it for the first time in today's climate?
It's really creepy being like an online personality watching a story about how an
Yeah.
online personality is.
And that's
like,
what's scary about it, right? Is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
the themes in that are just as prevalent today as it was back then.
Yeah.
If not worse, I feel.
No, I feel like it's more relevant today, over 20 years later, than it was when it came out. Do you want to explain quickly what the story is? Because like it's been a while since I watched it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's hard. it's a mindfuck. It's horror, but it's essentially there's this girl who is an idol. She then quits becoming an idol to pursue a career in film acting. But then that's also like a side plot, I guess, really. But there's a guy who is obsessed with her. And the whole point of the story is that he is obsessed with the image of the celebrity, not the actual personality of the celebrity.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of a story about how much, as an online personality or a celebrity, how much of your public persona do you own, and how much of that do you have control over?
Yeah, is it actually you? Who is the real
who
you?
is-
Is it who you perceive yourself as online, or is it who you are as a person? And the fact that this came out in the 90s, where
It's way ahead of its time.
like, what the fuck, right? It predicted so much about how social media would work and our perceptions of like online celebrities and how people are viewed online. And
Just like Satoshi Kon's like cinematography is just
Yeah.
so out of this world. I love that scene. The one scene I vividly remember is like when the stalker guy is at like the main character's like concert.
Yeah.
And he just holds his hand up.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she's
That
on
was
top
such
of
a
the
good
hand,
shot.
and
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
like, that is just so good because it's just such good imagery.
yeah.
Right.
He was ugly as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
No.
He looked like a human beetle. I was like, oh, so he's the bad guy.
This boy was the OG ugly bastard.
Yeah.
Every ugly bastard was based off that guy.
No kidding. I mean, it was amazing. Like I feel like it's, again, like you said, it's so relevant this time. And I think anyone can, I think it's more relevant now than it was almost when it came out.
And the way he pulled it off as well, because
yeah.
it wasn't just a simple story. It was weaved in with just pure top class filmmaking.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
It was
like
fantastic.
there was a point when you don't notice the transition, but it transitions into, okay, what's real? What's like her imagination?
Yeah.
What's part of the film? Because one of the genius parts of this story is that because she's like an actress as well.
They use the word of the acting.
Yeah, they use the world of the acting and like the filmmaking to like blend into her real life. So you don't know which scenes are like really happening and which scenes are just being acted, and it fucks with your mind.
Yeah, because it's like
so
three
much.
worlds, right? Because there's the real world, the acting world, and then the stuff that she's seeing in her head.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's so hard trying to like unwind all that and trying to figure out what's what. But then I guess almost to a certain extent, you're not supposed to. You're supposed to just be confused.
Yeah, it's the fact
'Cause
that
you're
it's
supposed to-
so
yeah.
blurry is
Right.
what's like showing you why this whole thing is so scary, because you don't even know watching what is real and what is not real, right?
Yeah.
And I feel a lot of that kind of like theming in Satoshi Kon's movies really transition over to his later stuff. Like, did you ever watch Paprika?
I did.
haven't watched
did.
it.
Yeah, because Paprika, I mean, for those of you who don't know, it's literally
My favorite
anime
spice.
Inception.
I mean, it's totally different because it's like Inception is like a heist movie in a dream. Satoshi, like Paprika, is like on a base level. Yeah, they're both about dreams, but Paprika is like 10 times more imaginative in like how it approaches its visuals when like they're in the dream world, right?
And how he shows the dream world versus the real world is very much like in Perfect Blue, where you don't realize, oh, we're in a dream world now, or oh, we're back to reality, and he does that so seamlessly through his scenes. It's really incredible.
Yeah, I think Perfect Blue is my favorite Satoshi Kon movie. Close second is Millennium Actress.
Millennium Actress,
I saw a lot of people who said that it was his best work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I think he took a lot of elements from Perfect Blue in terms of like, so Millennium Actress isn't a mindfuck, but it basically tells the story of this girl through film, basically. So I think she was, the name's Millennium Actress. She's an actress.
She's an actress.
I was like, was she an actress? I'm just like, wait a minute. Of course she was.
Damn.
Millennium Farmer. She was a farm. Like one of the scariest scenes in Perfect Blue
Yeah.
was the one where was it Perfect Blue or Paprika? I forgot which one it was, but it was like
Satoshi Kon movie.
Yeah, it's one of the Satoshi Kon films, but it's like the one where like the guy goes into the elevator, and there's like a radio just playing.
Yeah.
And I think the concept was like the killer like leaves behind like a radio or some kind of object in it to like notify that he's about to die.
Yeah.
And it's this brilliant scene of like Satoshi Kon not actually showing the murder happening, but he shows the before of the guy going into the elevator, seeing the radio, him getting terrified, and the door closes.
Yeah.
And then the next moment is the door opens and he's already dead.
Yeah.
Right. And it's this idea of like, it's not showing the gore as it's happening. It's showing like something fucking happened here.
Yeah.
But we're going to leave it up to your imagination because your imagination is probably going to just, expand upon the fucked upness.
Yeah.
Which makes it even more terrifying, right? And like, that's so hard to do.
Yeah.
But I feel like a really good director, like say like Oshimamura for Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah,
he's so good at doing that. And an animator, I guess, like director that comes to mind when it comes to like amazing animation would be like Satoshi Kon, right?
Yeah,
Like, like
Kon Satoshi as
Kon Satoshi, like he managed to like animate in a way because I think I saw it in some kind of interview with him like way before that like the reason why he went into animation was because his way of directing is too fast for live action.
Yeah.
So whereas like, because there's so many cuts in Kon movies where it's like a blink.
Yeah.
It's so fast, it's almost subliminal that
Yeah.
you just can't replicate in live action. And it's just, I don't know, like, even, I'm not an animator at all or anything, but like, you can watch a Satoshi Kon movie and be like, how do you even like think to animate something like that?
I have one of my senpai who had worked on a Kon Satoshi movie. It was the co-director of Tokyo Godfather. His name is Furia Shogo-san. And the Kon movies are very realistic. But on the character, the expression. But in Seinen Dream, Millennium Actress, the way he mix up the fiction, the reality is so good.
It's like the scene transitions, right? It's just like it's nuts.
And it's so you can watch it every time, and you have the pressure. In this cut it was connect with this. And also I like a Tokyo Godfather because I don't know, it's a movie you want to watch it at Christmas.
It's one of the few Christmas anime movies I feel. It's not that it was meant to be a Christmas anime movie. It was just happens to be on Christmas, right?
And but one of my senpai said Kon Satoshi was one of the best or maybe best anime.
Oh yeah,
and he's really really fast. Execution and he have a perfect drawing.
Yeah, because I think I saw that like Satoshi Kon used to like draw some of his own animations as well, right?
Yeah,
like,
because
he was a key animator of his own shows.
He have done mangaka. He was manga. He had work on a lot of with Katsuhiro Otomo.
Yeah.
And I don't know he have work on Akira or not. I don't remember.
All right, come on, tell me.
Okay, so I just on a whim, I think because I was talking to my friend about the late Satoshi Kon, right? Easily one of the most like groundbreaking, influential, unique anime directors of all time. And I thought to myself, I was like, damn, I haven't watched a lot of Satoshi Kon in a while.
Okay.
And I thought to myself, all right, I'm probably going to try and find if there are any Satoshi Kon films on Netflix, because I had some time. The only one that Netflix Japan has is Millennium Actress.
I've heard that's good.
Which I was glad because I was like, I've seen Perfect Blue plenty of times to remember it. I've seen Paprika enough times. I've seen Tokyo Godfathers. Millennium Actress, though, I feel like I've only watched it once, and it was like decades ago.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, perfect. I'll like refresh myself on Millennium Actress because I literally don't remember anything about it. Fucking brilliant film. Like, I know it wasn't a surprise because it's Satoshi. Wow. Biggest revelation, guys. Joey rediscovers that Millennium Actress is in fact a good movie.
Yeah.
But man, like, rewatching that film just made me realize, I mean, for one, it came out in 2001. Can you believe that? It's a 22-year-old film.
I can believe that because I have no idea what you're talking about.
And it still looks fucking incredible to this day.
Yeah, I mean, Millennium Match, I don't, you said about watching Satoshi Kon films, he's not made a bad film.
No, I mean, he's only made 4.
Yeah, exactly. He's only made 4. The only thing arguable about him making a bad film is probably Dream Machine because he didn't finish because he didn't get to finish that. That's the closest he's come to making a bad film.
Can you imagine just having such a perfect filmography that your only bad entry is the one that you didn't finish because you died before it finished?
What's he up to? Is he just like living off the wages of those 4
I know
films?
he's dead. He's dead.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He died like 10 years ago or something.
How old is he?
He was like in his 40s.
Yeah, he was pretty young.
I think he died of like...
So I guess I know what he's up to then.
Yeah,
Yeah. Not a whole lot. Is your
What he's
answer.
up, I was like, why is he made 4?
What he's
know.
up to is nothing, unfortunately.
Okay, well-
But yeah, I mean, unfortunately, he is one of the greatest tragedies in the anime industry because
See, I don't know anything about him. I just know that he made the films that people like.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
have you seen a Satoshi Kon?
Yeah, I've seen
Perfect Blue?
Yeah, Perfect Blue.
Perfect Blue,
I've seen
yeah.
Perfect Blue, and I like that one.
Right.
That was very good. I think I spoke about it on Trash Taste.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
you
yeah.
did.
I
Yes.
really like that film. I didn't know he's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then that
Unfortunately.
fucking sucks.
Unfortunately, like he is in all of anime history, probably one of the most talented directors and filmmakers to ever come out of Japan.
Oh, absolutely.
And he has made stuff that has not only like aged wonderfully.
I mean, Perfect
He was like years ahead of his time. He was so ahead of his time that Hollywood film directors has taken his ideas and some of his individual scenes and put them into their own Hollywood films.
I mean, there are literally like some scenes in Requiem for a Dream that are just a 1-to-1 copy of scenes from Perfect Blue.
Yeah, exactly.
How did he die?
He died of prostate cancer.
I believe it's
Oh, fuck.
pancreatic cancer.
pancreatic
That's-
cancer.
Jesus, that sounds awful.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Millennium Actress is his second film, the one he did after Perfect Blue.
But that was his first film?
That was his
That was
first
his
film.
first film.
How do some people just wake up and just immediately hit? Like, they don't-
Oh,
they're
no.
like, I'm going to make a film and yeah, it's going to change
Yeah,
everything.
he literally
Yeah.
just woke up one day and was like, I'm going to make one of the greatest anime films ever.
I love people like, man, you got to train so hard to get like this man wakes up, he's like, I'm gonna make a film. It's gonna be bad.
Well,
I'm
he-
sure he trained a lot, but I'm
Yeah.
just joking. But like, that's insane that his first film is that good.
Did
Yeah.
you know that he actually did some scenes in Akira?
Of course he did.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, I rewatched
Goats.
Millennium Actress basically to sum up the film. It's so hard to sum up a Satoshi Kon film. But basically Millennium Actress is about this actress who is like, past her prime. I think it's like 70-year career or something. And she films this documentary about her life, reflecting on her life and how she went into the acting industry because she met this random dude who she doesn't know the name of, doesn't even remember the face of, but it was basically her first love.
Okay.
When she was a child. And so she goes into the acting in a world in the hopes that she can get famous enough that the guy will recognize her on the big screen and that they can meet again, essentially. But what is so brilliant about this film is the fact that, like every Satoshi Kon film, he does this brilliant job of like mixing in different realms of reality throughout the movie. So it's like you watch a scene in Millennium Actress and you go, okay, is this just a scene out of a movie she acted in? Or is this a metaphor for what was going on in her real life at the time? Or is it actually a depiction of a reality?
English teachers be like,
No, but like, yeah, no. I mean, as cliche
Okay.
as it sounds, though, like it is,
sounds fun.
it's purely like that. And the way that like Satoshi Kon transitions into these scenes, like you could be getting used to one scene and then half a second later, it transitions into a completely different film. And the entire time you're like, is this a recreation of the movie she was in? Or is this her telling her story through the movies that she was in?
Yeah. I think one thing that makes him just a fucking genius in terms of like cinematography and just a storyteller is that the way he is able to transition between scenes is completely
Unreal.
seamless.
Yeah.
It's unreal. And he uses this in such an interesting way in films like Millennium Actress and Perfect Blue, where I think Millennium Actress she tells her life story, but she tells you see her life story through the lens of basically a movie, right? And it's got references to a lot of movies and a lot of different genres. So it's kind of this, you going in and out of reality, being like, oh, you're wondering if this scene that she's showing us is a movie that she acted in, or is it a scene that happened in her actual life? And there's no real, there's no real line between what is real and what is on film. but
Yeah.
it's just the way he uses that as a way to tell her life story. It's just fucking genius.
Yeah, and it's this other brilliant thing, and I picked up so many new things about Millennium Actress I didn't pick up the first time around. Like, for example, like, you know, the first half of the film, you know, as she's telling her life story of like, I met this guy, you know, I fell in love with him, I went to the big city to, you know, pursue a career, to, you know, hopefully meet him one day, and I did all of these different kinds of movies and, you know, built up these roles and went through these hardships of becoming a big actress. And then the second half of the movie uses those exact same scenes but in a completely different context. So basically, he somehow, as you get to know about this actress and the hardships which she went through in her real life, they then replay a lot of those scenes in the second half. But now you're looking at it through the lens of her real life off the screen.
Oh, I see.
And so, and so, like, you know, for anyone who's watched Millennium Actress, you know, literally the first scene of the film and the last scene of the film is the exact same scene. But the context behind it is completely flipped on its head.
It's pretty cool.
You watch the first scene and you're like, oh, this is a movie. This is in the context of a movie. She's in a space suit and she's going to space saying, you know, I have to go and meet this person, right? And it's all in the context of a film, and you know it's in the context of a film. But then they reuse that exact same scene with the exact same dialogue, and now it means something completely different.
That's cool.
And he does it, I don't know how the fuck he did it, but he made that so seamless throughout an hour and 20 long movie. Like, it's not a long movie at all.
Man, remember when films used to be an hour and 20?
Yeah, right? Avatar 2 could never.
Take me back.
It feels so meaningless to be like, hey, this amazing experience. Give it a score out of 10.
Oh, fuck. I mean...
Is it like would you say it's like as close to a perfect film in your mind as it can get?
I'm beyond giving scores, actually. I'm beyond.
Well, it's like you explain this like amazing thing and I'm like, give score.
See, because like...
Give IGN score.
Give 8 out of 10, please.
It actually made me like want to make a video of like Satoshi Kon worst to best. But like then I realized after watching Millennium Actress, I was like, he doesn't have a worst.
Yeah.
Like it's like literally the most perfect
Why don't you say
filmography.
Best from bestest then?
Yeah, best to bestest.
Yeah,
best,
that's how you don't piss people off.
Least strongest.
Yeah.
Most strongest.
If I
applies to any of them are not strong, which they are gone. So bestest to best.
bestest to
bestest.
Yeah, but like I just like, you know, I kind of just like rediscovered like why I love this guy's films, and even like the manga that he
thought
made.
you were about to say I rediscovered why I love
anime.
anime.
No, I always have that. Don't
Joe
worry.
can never.
I can never.